All right, guys, the time has come. We have some top rails in to complete the halo to back riser. So we're gonna go ahead and show you how to install that, and we're gonna show you real quick the differences. There are two versions, so hopefully you watched this before you ordered, but also the variants will say for X. You'll know if it's for the Raider X. So if it has an X on your Raider, it needs to be the X version, and the only difference is right here. You'll see some machine marks. On the X, this optic riser in the back is slightly higher. It's not a whole ton higher. You can actually see the difference. It's just, so when that sits on there, it'll sit level versus the Raider original. There isn't that. Let's give you that side by side. That kind of cut right there. It just lowers this whole surface down. And actually the screw holes are different in the back. So you do need, the X will only fit correctly on the X, and the original, what should we call that? Original Raider will only fit, rail will only fit with the original rail. Mostly because of the hole alignment, but also so that it'll fit parallel with your slide, with your barrel. So there we are. So first thing we want to do on the install on this, there's a few ways to do this. If you've already got the hood mounted, we'll show you the way to do it without having to remove the hood. It's a little bit more tricky, but not that bad. First, we're just going to take everything off of our hood because we're going to need those pick rails. So I'm going to go ahead and take off this top optic, and take that guy off. We're gonna set that aside. And what we wanna do is turn it this way, put it so the ejection port is facing you. And again, this is the X version. What we wanna do, because of these rails aren't aligned, go ahead and put that top rail of the halo in the ejection kind of cutout and just slide it forward. Slide it forward, it's in the rails up front. And now you might have to just adjust it a hair, and then boom. And then once you get that lined up, you'll see light through the holes, and we bolt those down. So let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna turn this over, and we're gonna start these just by hand. We're gonna go ahead and Loctite them too. I might be doing this 8 more times for the install video, so I'm not gonna Loctite it, but blue Loctite it will be great. And yeah, just gonna start these. You don't want to go ahead, you don't want to be driving them hard, pounding them. You want to just kind of by hand find the threads, and then go ahead and grab your tool and torque these down with your Loctite so that it pinches the clamps. So we're gonna go to 25 inch-pounds there, and 25 inch-pounds back here. Right there. So that's our 25 on both. And now we have a top rail. If you have your side charging here, this is actually kind of really nice. We do have the LoRa on here. This is the lower rail. Gives you a second mounting point, or move your optic forward so you can have a full grip. Just options, especially if you have a can, it's just giving you more M-lock on the side. I actually hard mounted directly through the M-lock, this laser. I might take that off and put this one. Actually, this one goes on the other build. But there you go. You got your top rail. It's on there, and it's hitting metal here. It's pinching this whole rail back here, and you're good to go. So after that, you're gonna wanna go ahead and experiment with optic placement. Like, where do you wanna put your optic? Do you wanna put it there? That's far enough forwards, it clears your nods. We're just gonna finger tight this for testing. And if you have a higher mount, if you wanna go even higher so you can get over top of a laser, you can do that. Or again, we have the hood, so you can always side mount lights and lasers. And if you want the LoRa, you can. Let's go ahead and show you the look of this without the LoRa on here. We're going to go ahead and take that out. This is a prototype LoRa on here, so probably should get rid of it anyway. Put the official ones on there. Let's see. Yeah, that's independently. It's all on its own right there. Boom. So that can just pop off, and then here you have your setup. All right, guys, and then that's what we got. This is our without the LoRa. Of course, this system's pretty modular to go ahead and put the LoRa on, the halo, and the top rail. And then we do have our charging handles, and still working on the charging handle that folds forward. But what we've talked with some people, and most people aren't taking their slide on and off, but we still want to be able to create that telescoping charging handle. Yeah, but go ahead, guys. That is the install. We'll show you real quick on a, got another one here. This one was Cerakoted just to, I haven't had these parts Cerakoted yet, but just to kind of create a build. This is just one I took hog hunting. Yeah, and it has the prototype, of course. Always seen prototypes in here. So yeah, side rails, whatever you want to mount. We've got the M-lock and the pick rails and all the goodies. So yeah, let us know your builds. Hit us up on Instagram. We are tactical.dev on Instagram. And just send your builds. We'll repost you if you tag us in it. If you do a collaborate, we'll even jump on that if your pick's good enough, and get you some new followers if that's what you're looking for, or yeah, just new ideas on builds. This one's very vanilla right now. You got different optics you can throw on it. You can even put, I don't know, this is like my reverse threaded barrel for some reason. I didn't remember where that can is, but yeah, I've got a dual spot QD mounts. Throw anything on there from lasers directly onto here. So that one has a rail on it. That's actually where it was. It was over here on this rail. Boom. Yeah, it's just giving you more mounting options, but without forcing you to put a hood on it, or sorry, not the halo, but the top rail. If you don't want the top rail, you don't have to have it. And so, yeah. All right, guys, that's the install. Again, it is just slightly easier if you have the standard Raider that does not have the X. You can do the exact same installs we just did here, or you just slide it on. Either way, it's not going to be a problem. So tell us what you think. Obviously it's adding a lot of bulk, but it's giving you options for loud mounting. It's giving you this much more mounting space. It does act kind of as a riser also. So if you really do need maybe a 3X up here and a side mounted one, well, that's an option now. You can put it anywhere. You can do your 3 further up and your side mounted right behind it for whatever your scenario would be. So it's kind of great. And that's what I loved about taking it hog hunting, was once I got used to the night vision and just passively aiming, it was great. So, but then if I needed to aim down sight, my optic was further forward, so I could. Boom. Anyway, guys, feel free to comment. Let us know what your setup is, what you're looking to do, what you're looking to run. So boom, there we are. Have a great fucking day.